But yeah, comment and let me know if you want Little Big Planet 2. If you don't have a copy, we'll make a... You could buy from me. We'll make a deal. God of War Ascension. I think this was the prequel. Yeah, this is the prequel to God of War. So it was like takes place before the first one. But I think canonically it's like the fourth. I'm pretty sure. I still need to get 3 and 2. Yeah. These are the, I think along with one of the other PS4 games, it's one of the only God of Wars I actually own. Yeah, God of War is really fun. If you like those hack and slash games, you'll really enjoy that. And I probably would recommend playing Ascension first, because that's what it takes place before the first one, so you can kind of have an idea of how the story goes. We were just talking about Red Dead Redemption, or Red Dead Revolver. Here's Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year Edition. I have the second one on PS4. I think my brother has that. Yeah, what can I say? You know, another great game from Rockstar. It's not as good as Gun, in my opinion. I still like Gun a lot better. By a long shot. I mean, this kind of was like Call of Duty in the West, which, in all fairness, that's kind of what Gun was. But I think Gun did it a little bit better, but not to say that Red Dead Redemption was good or bad. I think Red Dead Redemption was really, really well done. I need to play this again. It also has the Undead Nightmare pack in there, if you choose to play that. Here we got PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. A very, very, very late Smash Brothers clone, but actually one that's done well. And you don't hear a lot of people hear or talk about this game. It had all the PlayStation All-Stars, so Sackboy, Sly Cooper, you know, BioShock, Drake, Kratos, Ratchet. It was a really interesting... Oh, Parappa the Rapper. Jack. A lot of good characters. Jack and Daxter. Really interesting idea. It's just that when it came out, this idea was kind of tired. But I still really like this one. So if you like Smash Brothers, I think you'll really like this one. And it's a shame there wasn't a sequel. I think they were working on a sequel, but it never happened. Dead Island, Game of the Year Edition. I played this... Was this the game... I'm trying to think if I played this. Oh yeah, I did play this. It was like kind of like a horror survival, but it's like on the beach. And it's like you play as your own characters and you're trapped and you have to find a solution. I thought it was really fun. I know the sequel came out like a year or two ago. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of the same series. And I got this at a Goodwill for pretty cheap. Yeah, really fun. You get to like break zombies' bones and kill them in many different ways. Here we got Watch Dogs. This is the PS3 exclusive edition, which has 60 minutes of exclusive gameplay. much later PS3 era game. You get to play as a computer hacker in the city, and you get to hack all around and turn Chicago into, you know, you're like Chicago's ultimate hacker, and you're trying to get away from the cops. It's actually really cool. I also have Watch Dogs 2, which is also, I think that's on the PS4, I think, which I'm actually glad I have that because that's an uncut copy. They recalled the game because, well, I'll talk about that when I get to Watch Dogs 2. But this is Watch Dogs 1. You have to hack in people's computers and rooms and all that, which is actually kind of freaky. It's like you get hacked when playing Watch Dogs. I have some of the other ones as well. Here, let's put these in order. I already showed one of the games. I guess Brotherhood can go in there. Alright. Brutal Legend. Alright, what to say about this game? I bought this game because my brother's friend told him that, hey, did you ever hear that Jack Black was in a video game? And he was like, really? About a metalhead? He was like, Brutal Legend. And I was like, oh man, I want to play this. So I ordered this online. And this is a really fun game. You get to play as this dude who's voiced by Jack Black. He even kind of looks like Jack Black. In this like world, and it's like a heavy metal world, kind of. Very fantasy-like. The only thing I don't like about this game is that you're never gonna... There is, unfortunately, some... what's the word I'm looking for? Tower defense mechanisms in this game. And if you aren't good at the tower defense, you are not going to have a good time. They take forever to beat on like medium and hard. We'd spent so much time, hours and hours and hours and hours into the tower defense levels. And they just never got anywhere, and then we switched them to easy, and it's like, okay. That's the only thing that I think could have been done a lot better. Other than that, it's a really good game. It's got so many like cameos by other musicians like Lemmy, Motorhead, or Ozzy, Rob Halford. Just a really good game. If you like heavy metal, you'll love this game. And it's actually pretty cheap as far as I know still. I got it for a pretty good price, so. Batman Arkham City. I mean, what to say about this game? Game of the Year edition. Really, really solid Batman game. Ooh, there we go. There's Harley Quinn. You know, very good game. This is when the Batman series started to get a lot more dark and a lot more out there, I guess. But it's really good. It's got a lot of good bonus content as well. I need to get the other Batman Arkham games. I'm really slacking on my collection. You got Assassin's Creed, the original. What has been said about this game that hasn't been said before? I mean, you're playing in a simulation, going back in time, and you're an assassin, and get to sneak around. Once again, a lot of stealth, but the stealth is actually done well in this game. It's not like, oh, you get caught. No, it's actually done pretty well. Get out. No. No. It was pretty cheap when I got it. A very fun game. One of my friends, Dare Werewolf 93, did a gameplay of this, and I tried commenting. Usually I comment on his videos. He usually responds. I guess he forgot his password or something, so even though he usually responds to my comments and like videos, he didn't respond there. So I guess he forgot about his channel or something. But his gameplay was very good, and I still need to watch his gameplay of the second one, because this game's really good too. The graphics are a lot better here. Once again, bought at GameStop eons ago. More or less the same one like the first one, just like with different areas. But I have a good time with it. I've always enjoyed the Assassin's Creed series. Yeah, some people may call it a Prince of Persia ripoff, but I don't believe so. We got PS3 exclusive content. This is a PS3 exclusive. At least it was for years. So it's just kind of like more levels, kind of like similar to the second game. I think you could still get this. I believe it's out there. Here's one of the first PlayStation 3 games that we ever bought. I think it actually came with our PlayStation 3, if I'm correct. Assassin's Creed 3, I mean, come on, it was like one of the best games of 2012. I think that's when it came out, 2012. Yeah, 2012. We got our PlayStation 3 with this, and we had so much fun. Very, very good game. We like to mess around with the areas and stuff. It's just like messing around, like walking around. So that was pretty fun. So I have memories with that, probably the most. It's kind of weird. I have memories with some of these games with the third release. Or second, rather than the first. Almost done. Legend of Spyro, Dawn of Darkness, or Dawn of the Dragon. Have not played this game yet. I'm still waiting to play it. I heard this is actually probably the least Spyro-like. Like, Spyro's all grown up and actually like a full adult dragon instead of like a small little dragon, you know? Like, he was like a full-on, like, adult dragon in this game. And I heard that the story is actually, like, epic, almost. Almost like Lord of the Rings-esque. So, when I get to my later Spyro games, you bet I'm going to be playing this on my channel. Yeah, there's the manual, and there's the disc. It is actually very hard to find now, because I do not believe this game sold well at all when it came out. Like, it came out, and it was like, oh, it was really sad, because it was hyped up to be like one of the best Spyro games of all time, like a huge adventure, and no one bought it. Like, it was so unpopular when it came out, and it's really sad, because they worked so hard into this, and I think they were so discouraged they didn't make another Spyro game. And no, Skylanders does not count. I mean, I guess they did make the Reignited trilogy years later, but as far as a new game goes, we haven't really had one since. It's almost been 20 years, so I hope we get a new one. Grand Theft Auto 4. Man, oh man, the hype for this game when it came out. Nico, oh my gosh. This game. This was like one of the most played games of all time. I don't have a manual for the original. This is my old copy of the game. I'm going to sell it, though. You're probably wondering, why are you going to sell that? Well, because I have a much better version. why keep that when you have the complete edition, which has Grand Theft Auto 4, The Lost and the Damned, and The Ballad of Gay Tony. So it's got the episodes from Liberty City all in one package. And am I going to be playing all these on my YouTube? You bet I am. This is worth it. It was worth the $30. Lost and the Damned. Everyone played Grand Theft Auto 4. Everybody did. If you had a 360 or whatever, there's no way you didn't play it. Oh my gosh, is this ripped? Aw, it's ripped. Oh, that sucks. Well, whatever, not that big of a deal. I think it said it was ripped in the description of eBay, so not a big deal. Yeah, Liberty City street map. And the big poster. Yeah, expect me to do a gameplay of this. This is going to be so much fun. But yeah, if anyone wants my old copy of Grand Theft Auto 4, it doesn't have the map, but it's got everything else, and it works fine, let me know. Here's a game I did a gameplay of. Family Guy, Back to the Multiverse. And I gotta say, it's actually, in a way, better than the Family Guy game. I like the Family Guy game, but in my opinion, this was just a little bit better. Turning Family Guy into a first-person shooter was a pretty good idea, you know. I think it was pretty cool, and a lot of the old characters return. You can only play as Brian and Stewie in this one, unfortunately. But if you like the show, it's got a lot of jokes and a lot of characters you'll remember, and it's a really good time. Unfortunately, this game's out of print, so it's pretty hard to find, but if you can get it for a good price, pick it up. I mean, it's pretty freaking bloody too, actually. It was a good time. In all the areas that Brian and Stewie went to, it was pretty cool. Boss battles were really fun too. It has a lot of boss battles. And to this day, I think that's like the last Family Guy game that actually came out. They haven't made one since, and it's really sad. I think it would be cool if they made a new Family Guy game. And the last two games are both Tony Hawk. Got Tony Hawk's Project 8, which I also have on my PlayStation 2 collection. I think the PS3 version's a little bit better. I still haven't beaten it. I think it's pretty fun. The Create-A Skater sucks, though. And the fact that I had to do the son of the Dougler was lame. I want to make the Dougler, but you couldn't make the Dougler in this game. It sucks you could not make the Dougler. I hated that fact. Like, you could try to make the Dougler, but it sucked. Even in Proving Ground, it wasn't that much better. But anyway, it's a really fun game. You can still get it. And the last game I have is Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. Last good Tony Hawk game, in my opinion. Every skater has a story. Create yours. I didn't like it that much when I was a kid, but as an adult, I learned to like it a lot more. It's actually not that bad of a game. It's just like something I bought from eBay. Manual, and there's the disc. I did a gameplay of both of these games, so if you want to see them in action and me playing them, definitely check it out. I think Proving Ground was really good, and I actually cannot wait for the new one, even though I don't like things about it. Anyway, that's my entire PlayStation 3 game collection. Hope you all enjoyed. Stick around for the next part where I do PlayStation 4 games. So see you then.